Okay guys, we just got out of the Into the Spider-Verse screening and I'm just gonna give my quick reaction. I gotta meditate on this a little bit to decide where I want to rank this amongst the Spider-Man movies, but I have to say I absolutely love this movie. It is definitely in my top 3 Spider-Man movies ever of all time. I know there's been a lot of Spider-Man movies, but I absolutely loved it. I had so much fun with it. We're about to go get some food. I'm gonna go sit and marinate on this and I'll let you know what I think and give you my full review in just a second. So we just got out of the Into the Spider-Verse movie, and this was like the theme song of the movie, and they're and they're playing it over here. All right, we are back at the house, and I had a lot of time to think about this movie. So what I have to say about Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse is that it lives up to the hype. Last time I checked Rotten Tomatoes, it was at 100%, and I totally agree with it. I absolutely love this movie. Definitely my favorite Spider-Man movie, and I know it's kind of crazy to think about it because I am not an animated movie person by any means. I mean, I do watch a few animated movies here and there. I do like a lot of the DC movies and some of the Marvel movies that have come out that are 2D animation, but this absolutely took it to a new level. The aesthetic of this movie was beautiful. It actually felt like a comic book the whole time. So I think that was the first animated movie where I actually felt like I was watching a comic book come to life. And right off the bat, I was amazed about how much I actually laughed in this movie. It was like genuinely funny. And I think that has to do with the writing. I think Phil Lord of the Lord and Miller duo is one of the guys who wrote this. I can't remember off the top of my head who directed it, but they did an amazing job. I absolutely loved the portrayals of all the characters. I loved the new characters that we got in this movie, and I loved how we got different takes on popular villains in this movie. The voice acting of this movie was absolutely incredible. It was just a blast watching all these characters interact on screen, and it was really cool how even if you don't know a lot about the Spider-Verse universe, even if you don't know a lot about Spider-Man, you can jump into this movie and have a really good time. The theater I was in was loving this movie. There was they busted out into applause several times throughout the movie, and I could hear the theater laughing the whole time. And it was a good type of laughing. It wasn't cheesy type stuff. It was actually genuinely funny. So that is a big plus for this movie. There was a Stan Lee cameo in this movie, and it was pretty good. It was really short. I had to say a lot of people made a big deal about this cameo, especially because Stan Lee passed this year, and I gotta say it was a great cameo. It was really meaningful and tied into the theme and take-home message of this movie very well. I think, again, even if you don't know a lot about this movie, you can go ahead and pick up on a lot of the jokes and a lot of the themes, and they do a good job of refreshing you of what makes Spider-Man special. And I think if you are familiar with this universe, you're going to be able to pick up on a lot of Easter eggs in this movie, which is really great, and it's really fun to try and look for those, and there are a ton. So I'm definitely gonna have to watch this movie again to catch them all. And just to finish up this review, again, I thought this was the most fun I've had in a Spider-Man movie, any Spider-Man movie, and there are a lot of good Spider-Man movies out there, especially this recent Homecoming movie. Definitely can't wait for the new Spider-Man movie to come out, Spider-Man Far From Home, but it's gonna have to do a lot to top this movie right here. So just the take-home message of this review, it was amazing. Make sure you go out and watch it in the biggest screen you can. And there is a post-credit scene, guys, but I don't think it's absolutely necessary unless you want that extra laugh to end the day. But it's not anything absolutely important to watch, but it is pretty funny. Now, I do know that they are already trying to expand this universe. They're going to plan on making more of these movies, so I think it's going to be hard to top this one. I'm excited to see where this goes and to see where they take this new animation style. So that's it for today, guys. If you've already seen this movie, leave the comments down below, spoiler-free. If you are planning to see this movie, let me know when you're going to see it in the comments down below. Give this video a like if you can, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.